All right, so welcome back to another car conversation where we're getting after it, really focusing on our mindset and our mentality towards life, opening our perspective. And what came to mind was don't be so quick to praise and look at somebody else's accomplishments without looking at their setbacks and their failures. My voice gonna be like a little hazy just because I got like a sore throat, possibly. I don't know, something. But I was looking at little baby, his famous fortune, and as an artist, how he's evolved. The dope thing about that is that he got millions. Like his success is there, but he had to do 2 years in prison. That's a part of his journey in order to help him get to where he's at today. Yes, it was based upon his life prior, but it's important to understand that we can't look or dismiss anything that anybody goes through because all of that is a part of your success. So when you're in a predicament in life where you find yourself in a challenging season, realize that's a part of your growth, that's a part of your development. So that way, when you do get your blessing, it's 10 times more because of the simple fact that what you've been through was the preparation that's going to allow you to get to where you want to get to. So the setbacks of your job, being fired or being dismissed, that's a part of it. If you're an entrepreneur, you're trying to start your business and it's not booming. But I promise you, within every rejection and every setback, I promise you there's 10 times more blessings. All you gotta do is just stay on course, stay a part of the journey. Why do we gotta go through setbacks? We gotta go through setbacks in life because you gotta be able to understand what you can be able to go through and attain. When you are in a predicament in life where everything's going great and you're faced with adversity, when that setback happens, you can recall the things that you've been through to help you overcome what it is that you're going through. And so you learn, right? You learn as you go. You start to understand and realize, like, bro, I done been through so much in life that, bro, this shit is a breeze. I don't dismiss it because at the same time, if you dismiss it, you're not gaining what you're supposed to be learning from it. Within every scenario and every situation in life, you could be in a predicament where it's a life lesson. So when you're looking at your idols, and when you're looking at these individuals, man, don't necessarily be so quick to give praise without understanding their setbacks. Because once you do, you'll give a lot more respect to it. You'll give a lot more respect to yourself. At the end of the day, I can't diss next brother, no matter of race. You trying to win the elevate just like I'm trying to win the elevate. What good does it do for me to look at you and be like, man, he ain't da-da-da. Man, he woo. Man, they already got handouts. Once you understand in life, man, you come from a position where the level of playing fields is different. Okay, let's acknowledge that. But let's not use that as an excuse because somebody else has progressed farther in life. How many times in life, whether it's in sports or within a particular job, you find yourself in a predicament where somebody might be ahead, you look down the line, now they're not. That's the way life goes. So you can't be so quick to be caught up in, oh man, he's doing better, so man, just diss him. Like, man, no, like he's trying to get after just like you trying to get after it. So if that's the case, allow that person the grace, respect, because everybody want to win, everybody want to eat. And it's enough for everybody to eat. But that shit take time. When it's your turn, it's your time. And with your time, nobody can take that away from you. And as an adult, as we progress within this generation to the next generation, whatever we lacked and we want to provide within our kids, those are the same advantages that somebody else is going to try to talk down on that we felt like, oh, was an excuse or a valid reason for why we should be just dissing somebody else. Like, no. At the end of the day, we all come from a circumstance in life where somebody has it better than somebody else. And that's okay. So again, just continue with your turn. Praise yourself, give yourself grace, and acknowledge the setbacks that come in your life because you're going to have 10 times more blessings. Now within today's workout, I'm going to be performing a push day. As usual, I'll start off with a general warm-up for about 5 to 10 minutes. Today I'm going to be on the elliptical version 2 for about 5 minutes, just warming up the body. So there's 3 types of different metabolic pathways, right? ATP, CP, glycolytic and oxidative. Essentially, when you're trying to burn fat, you want to stay between the glycolytic and the oxidative. Essentially, that's when you're burning calories at a very, very low heart rate. Common to what most people may think, your primary fuel source is fats, then it switches to carbs. Then if your body's completed to both, then it's going to take some protein. But that's why we're not trying to exert so much energy in the beginning. All right, start off, we're going to have the internal rotation. We're just performing it from a different angle. I got 2 more. I will be performing it for about 10 reps on each side. Don't forget, man, you cannot skip warming up the body properly in order to make sure that you get a better workout. It's very similar, keeping that chest tall. External rotation now. Everyone's range of motion is different, right? So we want to make sure that you're going to where your body allows you to. Don't try to hyperextend. Right after our dumbbell seated internal external rotation, and have all around the world. I just really like doing this exercise just because it really does a good job with just warming up the rotator cuffs. And I can really feel like where I'm limited at. So I know like within a workout, we'll be doing a shoulder press. So at this top position, as I go down, do I feel anything? We're just not trying to go through just the motion, right? We want to be in a predicament where we're focusing on the body and how it's feeling. All right, so lastly, within our pre-rehabilitation, we're going to be performing the upper body argumentator for 2 rounds, 60 seconds. You can't sleep on these type of devices, man. I know it look like this for older individuals, you know, in between their 70s and 80s, just to, you know, warm up the arms. But I promise you, don't overlook it, man. It's gonna definitely give you a good pump. It be burning. I got about a good 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 1. All right, let's get right into the workout. I usually start with the 135 just to see how I'm feeling. And I basically assess what I'm able to do, you know, within my other sets. Just get after it, man, have fun. If you're up in the gym today, man, you gotta just give yourself grace and give yourself credit. And you're gonna hear me say that a lot. Real change ain't gonna happen overnight. And if you really want, it's gonna be a lifestyle commitment. Lifestyle commitment. Yeah, so I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Probably go up to about add 10 on both sides or add 15. And that right rotator cuff kind of felt slightly. And it wasn't too bad. All right, so after the barbell incline bench press, we're gonna have machine chest flies. Starting position should always be in the middle. Make sure your clavicle bone, you know, facing towards the machine is above it. Maybe we're gonna rest for 75 seconds. That was a lot more tougher than I thought. God damn. Remember, we're trying to engage the contraction, right? Engage the muscle in a way where we really feel a stretch at the top and at the bottom position. So you don't want to really emphasize too much weight versus your range of motion, mind and body connection. Definitely feeling a good pump. Really trying to make sure that I control and squeeze my chest together. It's getting, it's getting real tight, so just really want to be more intentional as I progress through each set. Last one, I'm gonna perform 12. So I'm gonna go for 160. This one, I'm gonna make sure I'm just pushing through. Come on, baby. As I'm performing it, I'm really intentional on how I go back through the eccentric because I don't want to have an excessive amount of weight, against external rotation. A lot of times, like we're performing, 5s to 10s when we're doing international rotation. So you want to make sure as you control on the way back, your form doesn't rotate in and that elbow pushes forward. We don't want that. We want everything to go back, keeping that chest tall and then squeezing at the top. I gotta focus on that left side, man. You ain't gotta be the strongest in the gym or ego lifting to get where you wanna get to. Fuck what the critics say, fuck what the haters say, fuck what the non-stayers say, fuck what anybody say. It's you and you. I lied, my bad. Scratch that. We're gonna have a barbell seated shoulder press. Social media is gonna be your biggest critic because you're gonna have naysayers or those who just lift heavier than you, who've been doing it a lot longer, pick and criticize your technique, your form, your mechanics, and then overall just the amount of weight that you're lifting, like, oh, that's too light or that's too heavy. Like, you get what I'm saying? You know what you're capable of and what your limits are. And so when you are progressing and you're identifying ways where you can progress, don't try to compare yourself to somebody else, man, because there's some guys that's out there, some guys and girls are just freak athletes. Like, they're able to just lift a shit ton and they're just gifted that way. Right? So my ultimate goal is to look aesthetically pleasing while also feeling like I'm satisfied with how I push myself. So I don't care what nobody say, you know what I'm saying? I know I ain't claiming to be the strongest king in the world, but I'm strong for myself. I'm strong for my lady, you know what I'm saying? Picking her ass up. So that's good with me. All right, it's really like a seated military press. Keep your chest tall, elbows chin level, right back up. And with your feet, you're pushing against the floor. It's a small muscle, right? The shoulders. Yeah, we're focused on our core stabilization by making sure we push our feet down and keeping our back against it. But for the most part, chin level sufficient. Going right back up, keeping all the tension on the shoulders, front, lateral delts. We good. You ain't gotta overcomplicate it. And it's just that simple. Now I got those dumbbell decline bench press. It's so important to make sure you're breathing. We want to make sure that we're exerting all our force when driving the weight up, but you got to exhale out. Important note, man, the movement should be based upon your breathing, not the other way around. So we're excessively breathing. You're exerting too much energy. And when you're doing that, you're not able to properly engage the muscle the correct way, and you're burning out a lot faster. So really focus on inhale, hold, squeeze, exhale out. All right, so let's understand how to make sure that we adjust this properly. Everyone's range of motion, right? Everyone's length is different. Stand with it in, arms point out, I'll be one out. After that, as your chest is parallel to the floor, you're gonna mimic the movement wherever your elbows points back to the number, that's where you're gonna be aligned at. So mine would be 4, that's why I'd be at 4. I could go up one extra one, but again, you wanna make sure that you're going through the full range of motion where your elbow and your shoulder align. All right, so this is fine here. Anything else, you're putting a lot of excessive weight on the shoulders, we don't need that. Wanna keep it all in the chest. Go to one side, then go to the next. That's for about 75 seconds. So it gets to a certain point, within your workout, or shit, just in life, when you're excited, right? Once that phase of being excited is gone, that eagerness to just be disciplined and have dedication towards executing whatever you're doing, that shit fades. And then it's just you and your thoughts, you and your consistent effort that you want to put in. And you can't rely just on your emotions, but also on your behavior. So I'm at right now, man, just, I want to just work now. Just focused and dedicated. So now as we're performing our single joint movements, we want to be really isolating the shoulders. The most engagement possible. Keeping our posture tall. Because we're such in a locked position or a stiff position, it's natural for our shoulders to want to come up, but we want to make sure that our shoulders are touching and driving down. That way we can really focus on isolating the lateral delts. Try to knock it out to a failure or to when my mechanics are compromised. And so the reason I'm not going up all the way, because your optimal range of motion for when your lateral delts engaged is right here. Yeah, I can go all the way up here, but again, focus on what works best for you. It's your mechanics. And it's an engagement. And it's controlled at this position. I can go here, but it's putting a lot of strain on the traps and on the rotator cuffs. I don't need that. All right, so we're gonna have a seated front raises to a ladder raise. All right, I'm gonna give you a tip. Even though I'm going light with the weight, when it comes down to your hand placement, typically it's in the middle, right? Now, if you want to feel more of an engaged muscle, an engaged movement, you're either gonna slide it up on a lateral raise, or on the front raise, grip the bottom. We got body weight dips. Now, if I feel like there's too much strain on the shoulders and on the triceps, I'm gonna go assisted. But over this last week, I've been doing weighted, so they should be a lot easier. But I am fatigued though, so we're gonna see. All right, so at the top position, the reason why I drive the knees up, that way I can feel it more in my chest at the bottom. Tricep kickbacks. Yeah, I'm depleted for sure though, but it's been a good workout. My goodness, man. All we need is the bench. We're gonna have knee tucks. And after our knee tucks, we're gonna have V-ups. Let's go full workout. And after this, 15 to 3 minutes in the sauna. So the reason why we point our toes out, keeping our posture tall, we're gonna point it out and down. One, is mind-body connection. And then two, the deep stretch at the bottom. So now, up here, and then touch. All right, so that's a wrap within today's workout. Push day where we focus on incline, decline, and insertion, as well as the shoulders and the triceps. It was a full in-depth workout. So again, if this is something that you like, you've been able to take and apply, even if this is some information that you already know, I was able to give you techniques that just allow you to be in a position where you're able to really see the pump that you're looking for. So this is, again, a part of the Heart 75, Road to 15% Body Fat. Just continue to support the journey. Like, comment, and subscribe to those around who you feel may benefit from this. You know, just continue to roll it out like that. All right, so make the change, be the change, maximize your life through fitness, be who you desire. All right, let's go get on my dogs.